I always thought it would be cool if you could go back and listen to the day-to-day of today's highest achievers as it happened, as opposed to 30 years later after they've made it. I believe there's a giant disconnect between ground zero and the top floor because we only see the top floor and the top floor only talks about the top. How valuable would that be? And so it goes without saying, but I believe I'll make it there. And this is the documented journey through each level. My name is Bryson Sessions, and you are listening to the Bed Podcast. I have got the absolute worst time management skills. Holy shit. If I don't have structure, my whole day goes to shit. Dude, I didn't go to work today. Use some PTO. And so that means that I had 9.5 extra hours, 10, because if you count drive time, 10 extra hours in my day to get shit done. And I got less done today than I have on days where I do work. And so I woke up around 7, I think. So there goes 3 hours. And then I went to the gym a little bit later. I was already behind on my meals, so I still have to go to bed at the same time. But because I woke up later, I have to get all my food in at a more tight time frame. And so I just did that. Actually, I think I still need 7 grams of protein, but after I do that, I'll be done. 7:46. I was really thinking that I was going to make it to bed on time, but it looks like I'm not because I always push it off. And I think that's my main struggle at the moment, upon many others, but this is definitely the main one. This is a big one. Here's another thing. So I took an ice bath earlier in the day today because I had time I had a time open to do so instead of doing it before or doing it after the gym and then having to wait 4 hours. Just gets better if you wait longer after a workout. If your goal is hypertrophy and strength gain, and you don't want to do it too close to bed, but I don't really have that option. So it's like I go to the gym at 3 and then I take an ice bath at 7. It's about 4 hours. And I'm sure I'm missing out on some gains, but at this point right now and what I'm doing, what's important is that I remain consistent. And if that means I lose a little bit of progress here and there, then I think that's a fair trade-off because consistency compounds over time. And there's going to be a time where I don't have to worry about that. Such as tomorrow, because I will wake up tomorrow and take an ice bath and start doing that shit in the morning. Because when I do it in the morning, the rest of my day is so smooth sailing. It's so crazy to say, but those 5 minutes in the ice bath followed by a 10-minute shower or whatever, I just think about it. And it's just, I'm wasting energy having the thought. I'll get home from the gym and I just know that I have 3 hours to work, and then I'll work on whatever I'm doing. But I'm aware that I still have to take an ice bath. And it's like, damn, I really don't want to do that, dude. I would really like to not have to. So it's almost an inconvenience thing, because that means I gotta change out of my clothes that I'm wearing now, get into my swimsuit. Then I gotta walk all the way to the goddamn ice bath, which is 30 steps. Then I got to set a timer. Then I got to, it's so silly that I do this in my head because I timed it. I timed from the moment that I start getting dressed to that moment that I get out of my room, or that I get out of the bathroom after brushing my teeth, after flossing, after applying lotion, after drying out everything. It takes 19 minutes. That's if I shower right after. And I usually do because I haven't cleaned the thing in a while and the water's gross. So yeah, so it takes me 19 minutes. So if I didn't brush my teeth, if I didn't need to or something right after, if I'm doing something, I don't know. All right, if I didn't need to floss or if I didn't need to put a lotion on, it'd probably be 15 minutes. And here I am sitting here bitching about it as if it's life altering, but it's 15 minutes of my day and I make it this big ordeal. Why wouldn't I just get it done in the morning? And so that's what I'm going to do from here on out for sure. And yeah, so I'm going to apply that change and I'm going to commit to it. I will be doing it no matter what. This is me committing and putting that out there that I will be doing this from here on out. And I'm going to commit to it because goddamn, dude, it's just not worth it. It's so frustrating when I get home from work and I have that weight on my shoulders of, okay, I got to do all these things and I can do them whenever, but I have to do them. And same with this goddamn podcast, bro. I love doing it. It's fun. I really enjoy it. I think there's a lot of growth happening, and I think I'm getting better at a lot of different things communication wise, and it's very cool. I mean, like I said yesterday in the piss poor episode, I listened to some of the first 10 episodes just to see what I sounded like, what I was saying. And dude, I'm very proud of myself. I've come so far. It's very cool to look back on. And so being on episode 168 or whatever this is, also, I didn't say the date yesterday. It was April 3rd. Don't know what time. It was really late, probably. No, it was probably like 8 o'clock. But today, it's April 4th, 7:50 p.m. Happy birthday, Shawnee. This is the Happy Birthday, Shawnee episode. She just turned 4, and then 1 after that. And then so, I'm just playing. Happy birthday. But, yeah, anyway, long story short, my time management skills blow ass, and I need to start doing everything that I need to do first before I even think about. So I love to work on my own shit. I like that's enjoyable for me. So I need to do that last. I need to do the enjoyable shit last, because when it comes time for bed, it'll be easier to close the laptop or close whatever I'm doing, because all I have to do is just close the bed. Nice. Close the laptop. I don't brush my teeth, make sure my water's done, check off all whatever, set my clothes out, and I'm done. I just go to bed. Recently, it's been, laptop goes away. Okay, I got to go get my swim trunks. Okay, I got to go take an ice bath. Okay, got to shower. Nice. Got to do all this. Okay, got to dry off lotion, because I have dry skin. And then, okay, I got to set my clothes out. Okay, now we can go to bed. Oh, just kidding. Still got to do the podcast. Whoops, forgot, And so if I just get all that shit done, all I'd have to do is just close the laptop, get in bed, pretty much. And that's kind of what that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm going to try to get that going. And it's not about having the morning routine or anything. I think morning routine is probably effective if done right. But I for a while, or for a moment in time, I was waking up at 1:45 to go outside and run a mile, to then get in an ice bath, to come home and stretch and read 10 pages and practice my gratitudes in a little journal, and then overlook my power list for the day, and then pack lunch, get ready for work, get dressed, yada, yada, yada. And it was a lot more structured, and that's what I benefited from. But having to wake up that early, I wasn't a huge fan. But I will say, getting home after work, after the gym, it was like all I had to do the rest of the day was shit that I enjoyed. And that would be like writing, or trying to come up with content, or watching YouTube videos on business and marketing and sales and yada, yada. And didn't have the whole, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but time management sucks, man. And so I got to get better at that. That's for sure the next priority in whatever I'm doing here. There's a lot of things that are going to be changing here soon, and it's only going to help more the more strict I am with my time, the more calculated I am with everything that I'm doing. So that's going to be the next push for me personally. I'm not really sure if I wanted to say anything else in this one. Oh, yeah, I did. So I emailed the supplement company, the supplement manufacturer, and I told them where I'd like to go next, because I have a third revision of the current sample that I'm on. So I'd like to see what adjustments can be made for that, and then move forward accordingly. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if when they get back to me, and what changes we can do, and when I'll get that next sample, and I'll update everything as usual. That's that. So it is official that I am going to be getting my own place again in May instead of June. So that's very exciting. It's bittersweet, but I'm very excited to have my own place once again. For those who have not listened to any show yet, I lived in St. George and then Arizona, two different areas, and Colorado, technically 2 different areas, but it was the same complex. Then I moved home. So I've had my own place, my very own place, a couple times now, and it's been great. But I've never had my own place with the amount of shit that I've got going on now, with the amount of discipline that I've developed and all that. So I'm looking forward to seeing how my life is and how hard I then work when I absolutely isolate myself in a way that allows me to just work and do work that I enjoy. Because I actually had a nice conversation with my uncle today. It was much needed. And it was cool to hear certain things that he said about me. And, I try so hard to work so hard and to get shit done and to focus on what I'm doing next, that I forget, that I'm even doing anything. Because I get, like I've talked about before, my new baseline now is what I was trying to achieve so desperately bad back in July of last year. That's when I started 75 Hard. That's what completely changed my life. I always preach it. And what I was trying to achieve then is what is my bare minimum now. And so because that's my new bare minimum, when I only do those things, which to myself back then was ridiculous, I feel lazy, I feel unproductive. And it's not even that necessarily. It's the fact that I know that I left shit on the table. I know that I didn't give it my all that day or whatever. And I don't go to bed with that feeling of fulfillment and I guess just being, grateful that I pushed through the day. So I don't get that sense of fulfillment and happiness that I talk about all the time. So when I'm inefficient with my time, it just staggers that, and it's a shit show. But like I said, I was talking with my uncle. It was a great conversation. We just talked about all sorts of stuff. But he just kind of shed some light on the fact that he sees me working hard, and that was cool because I was like, oh man, so I guess people do see this. Because if you're working on a team or you're working on in a business or something, or in an actual business or something, you got coworkers. People can see what you're doing. People know what you're up to. You got projects to do. People might be in on those projects, so they know what's being done and who's doing what. But when you're trying to build something from the ground up, from ground zero, and you kind of spend all your time in your room, it's hard for me to believe that anybody sees anything I'm doing except for the podcast that's public. And so he just said very nice things and said that he sees that I'm working hard, and I was like, man, so I guess it is being seen. And I'm not going to go into detail. It was a very great conversation, but just some of the things he said opened my eyes. And one of those things, I'll probably dedicate a whole show to it, but I'm going to touch on it and then I'm going to end the show because I like to go to bed. So it just made me realize today that it's okay to not, let me rephrase that. It's okay to lean on people. Wherever you're headed, if the top is the goal, you can't do it alone. You need some kind of support system. You need some kind of wall to lean on. You need something, because you can go far alone, but you can go fast alone. You can go further if you have some kind of help. And I think that goes for so many different areas in life, and so many different business goals or whatever. But I think I realized that today, because I've been doing good, I think, not great. But having I'll call it a heart-to-heart conversation, just showed me that I can be so much further ahead if I just allow people in and I allow them to help where they can, and I don't try to be don't try to be Big Daddy here and just take all the credit and do everything by myself. As much as I'd like to do that, I think the best outcomes will be from when I put the ego in check and I allow people in to help, or that I, take advantage of of others' resources available to them that they are offering me, or whatever the case may be. And so, anyway, I'll probably dedicate an episode to that, because it was a really profound moment for me. I was just sitting there, we were talking to my car, and I was like, damn, if I just, I don't know, I was just thinking out loud, but just wherever you're trying to go, you can't get there alone. And so that's kind of what I was thinking about. So anyway, that's it. So a little recap here. We got time management, sucking the asshole at that, but going to be better, because I'm going to make changes in the schedule. And that's going to start with ice bath in the morning. I'm committing to it. I don't give a fuck. There's no way I'm going to bail out tomorrow morning. And if I do, then I will do 1,000 push-ups. I'm committing to that right now. I will do 1,000 push-ups tomorrow if I do not do that. So that's what I'm committing to. So yeah, I'm not bailing out. So, and the reason why I say that is because I've not kept my word on that the last time I said it. Because I said, okay, I'm going to get up and do ice bath in the morning. And did I do it? Nope. So that's that. So if I don't take an ice bath tomorrow morning, then 1,000 push-ups tomorrow. Must be done tomorrow. And I will not go to bed until all 1,000 are done. All right, that's it. So Damn, I just got some fucking anxiety saying that shit out loud, bro. God damn, what if I don't do it? You know? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to do it for sure. But anyway, time management sucks ass, heart to heart. You can't do shit alone. You got to have help. I mean, there's certain things you can blast off and do alone. You don't need help. But trying to play the long game here, I think it's best to let helping hands help you out where they can, where you see fit. So, and then I'm moving out in May, not June. So, T-minus 1 month until move out. So that's it. That's 168, I believe. So it's April 4th, 8 p.m. 2024. Happy birthday, Shawnee. And we'll talk to you later. Peace. Hey, thanks for listening. And quick reminder here. So this podcast doesn't prioritize professionalism or quality at all. It's just meant to be a shoot from the hip type podcast with the intent just to get a quick message out. So some episodes might be inaudible in 30 seconds and others might be 45 minutes and super crisp sounding. So all these are being made so that by episode 7,305, which is 20 years, we can come back and see the entire playbook of how I made it to wherever I'm going. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'll talk to you soon.